Thank you. So today we're going to study about the regulatory affairs introduction, overview of regulatory affairs departments, and what are the main responsibilities, and artificial intelligence use case in the pharmaceutical industry and even the medical device as well as. So before going to start regulatory affairs, so I want to give brief introduction about the evolution of the regulatory affairs. So why it's important regulatory affairs nowadays. So there is a significant historical incidents have driven in the establishment of the stringent regulations in the pharmaceutical industry. There is a incidents are happening like the Qatar incidents and thalidomide disaster, elixir sulfonamide heartbreak. So these are the three incidents are happening in the olden days. So based on these incidents, the regulatory effort came into the picture. So now see what is the scenarios happening in the different incidents. So in the thalidomide disaster, sorry, yeah, in the thalidomide disaster, initially it was introduced in the medical physician as a claiming agent. Thalidomide quickly gained approval among the expected mother for the effectiveness in the easy morning sickness. So, however, its was widespread use soon lead to the upsetting discoveries. Healthcare provider observe a pattern severe birth defects in the infant whose mothers had taken the drug during the pregnancy. But the concluding in the well-known thalidomide disaster. So here you can see there is a after getting the medicine of the pregnant woman after delivery, you can see the babies are having different defects with their in the hands and even the legs, and they have different kind of adverse reactions are happening by using the thalidomide disaster. So why it came into the market before going to the regulations, and even in the regulatory authorities are not there in those areas. So that is the impact is coming to the market. The without getting the regulations, the medicines coming to the market mean this will be spoiling the human health. So that's why regulatory affairs department is a very crucial role they are going to play here. And let me go back to the another incidents. So next one, that is elixir sulfonamide disaster. So in the year 1937, the pharmaceutical firm, the Mesexil, developed the sulfonamide formulations dissolved in the diethylene glycol, that is DEZ. So marketing as elixir sulfonamide. The company chemist Watkins did not realize the DEZ was harmful to humans. So despite existing the document, the cases and scientific studies published here earlier that identified DEZ is a potent kidney toxin. Because of that results, we can see when the humans are consume this medication, there is a uh, lot of issues are we are facing. So why? Because there is no that much of stringent regulations are we don't have during the 1937s. And another incidents happening, right? So that is the Qatar incidents. So this is in the year 1955. Certain batches of the polio vaccine distributed to the public. Accidentally, the contaminated live polio virus was available in that injection. So it having clear all safety evaluation. So they didn't gone through the complete picture about the study about this vaccine. So more than 250 cases of, were linked with the vaccine manufactured by Qatar laboratories. This event, known as the Qatar incidents, leads to numerous instance paralysis. So kids are having paralyzed by using this medication. So why it's happening? So there is no stringent guidelines are not there, and even the regulatory bodies also not yet developed during those stuff. So to overcome these activities, the regulatory department came into the picture, and even the each and every countries developed their own regulations, and they are implemented now to make sure the product's going to be safe and effectively and qualitative for the human purpose, even the veterinary medicine as well as. So this is a brief history about the regulatory department, why it's happening into the pharmaceutical industry and what is the important. So now we can move on to, so what is the regulatory affairs and what is the important? So important, I think already we have seen. So now we can see what is regulatory affairs. So regulatory affairs is a profession developed from desired government to protect public health, by controlling safety and efficacy of the product in the areas including pharmaceuticals, veterinary medicines, medical devices, pesticides and agrochemicals, cosmetics and complementary medicines. So the company responsible for the discovery, testing, manufacture and marketing of those products wanting to ensure the supply products that are safe and make the worthwhile contribution to the public health and welfare. A new class of professional emerge to handle those regulation matter for the companies. So this is about regulatory of what is the regulatory of I mean the regulatory person acting as a bridge between pharmaceutical industry and regulatory authorities. So the role is for regulatory affairs. He want to make sure that the product going to be safe and effective and it should be with quality for the product to serve the public health. Right. Now moving on to next one. So now we can see what are the pharmaceutical company departments we have. In the pharmaceutical industry, we can start with R&D, research and development, and clinicals, manufacturing, quality control, quality assurance, regulatory affairs, pharmacovigilance, business, finance and marketing, external partners. So along with this department, we have another departments also admin team. So that is human resource and legal team, supply chain, warehouse, and IT department. So these are the departments are consisting in each and every pharmaceutical industry nowadays. So now moving on to next one. So what are the activities for the regulatory affairs? The departments when they are formed into the role. So there is a different profiles we have in the regulatory. So first one we can see keeping the track for each and every legalization in the all the regions which the company wish to maintain, distribute its products. So the regulatory person should make sure he need to connect with the each and every department. So whatever I have mentioned previously, he need to connect with them and we need to maintain their legalization. So whatever the product the company going to be distribute in the market means we need to maintain those legalizations and advertising on legal and scientific requirement, collecting, collecting, evaluating scientific data by including the clinical data in the developmental activities, presenting registration documents to regulatory agencies, and carrying out any subsequent negotiations necessary to obtain and maintain marketing authorization for the product concerns. Giving strategic and technical advice on the highest level in the companies, marketing an important contribution both the commercially and scientifically to success the development programs.